What's up, all you awesome gamers? I'm the governor and your host of the sexiest and best damn podcast, Tuesday nights, The Console Corner. Tonight is another really great show we have lined up for you, but first, on last week's show, we talked about 343 stated that they screwed up. Long live the Master Chief. Phil Spencer doesn't really hate single-player games, and Batman possibly getting sort of, maybe, I don't know. And Nintendo has lost their collective minds. Make sure you check it out if you haven't already. On this week's show, we will be talking a little bit of some news topics and a whole lot of E3 predictions. We're about like a month away from E3, so we thought it'd be a good time to do an E3 show and what we think is going to happen and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what the predictions and thoughts of our panel is tonight. Please, everyone, make sure you're subscribed and following all this great epic panel of gamers we have so you can stay up to date with whatever we're doing. And if you could also hit that like button, we'd really appreciate it. It really does help us out. But first, let's go ahead and introduce our great panel of gamers tonight. It's the usual crazy people we always have. First up, we got Lady Fox Firex.
Oh my god, I'm crazy.
She's crazy.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? I'm just hanging out right now because, we talked about E3 yesterday, so we'll see how today goes for me.
You were holding back.
Yeah, a little bit. So I got a couple things I'll mention. I'll throw in there. But knowing you guys, you cover all the awesome bases. But yeah, I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat and to everyone who's listening later.
Yeah, awesome. Next up, we have a Magic Mike dancing on poles everywhere. Going to bring us his E3 crazy predictions, I think.
Well, I toned it down a little bit. I had some really off-the-wall ones. But hey, what's up, everybody? This is Magic Mike, and I hope you got them dollar bills ready to make it rain while I dance my way into your hearts with my fantastic E3 predictions.
Oh, my God, that gets me every time.
Always asking for money.
Always.
I'm such a beggar.
Next
Gotta
up,
get myself through college. That's why I dance.
Next up, we have Newf Nukem, who's got more names than even Crap Gamer these days. What's up, brother?
I am doing good, GKB. It's good to be back here Tuesday evening's Console Corner. Another great episode coming at you. And just like Foxy said, guys, thanks for everybody who showed up in the chat here tonight, who can be with us live as it goes down, and to all those who do get to watch us a little bit later on. I certainly know better than anyone that timing is of the essence, and not everybody gets to check us out as we kind of hit the circuit, so to speak. But yeah, I am good, GKB. Just finished rolling a little bit of Forza Horizon Hot Wheels. I'm sure we'll get into that here in a bit. And I do want to shout out to you guys. Fantastic looking set tonight. Love the Recore set piece. It looks magnificent. And for those people who have not played that,
I'll be getting to that. Don't worry, Foxy.
Make sure that you go pick that game up because it is dirt cheap, and I think it's certainly a gem that a lot of people missed out on. But anyway, that's it for me. Let's hand things over to the always amazing SheWulf.
What's up, SheWulf?
I guess you're into it.
It's okay.
Nice.
We can roll with that. That was a good intro.
I like that.
I was like, wait, okay. So
It was smooth.
It was a very smooth transition. That's why I was like, oh, okay, that's new. So first I'm gonna send a big thank you to the record that you guys all see was from my bestest sister in the whole world, Foxy, for my birthday. So we got it center stage so everybody on the show can see it. So
I think her exact words was, "That bitch, what did she get me?"
Yeah, it was. I saw the box.
That makes me even happier.
Huge. Okay, for anyone who knows Amazon, when they pack something, they always pack it in a bigger box than what it already comes in. So the box for Recore is already really big, and Amazon put it in an even bigger box. So I was like, what the hell did she get me? And I opened it, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, how could she? And her present's not even coming till June, so I feel bad.
No, believe me. I was so happy to get that for you. Yeah, I was jumping off the wall over here, and I was excited for your present more than my own presents. So yes, I'm happy that it's there. It looks amazing. I'm glad it got there in one piece.
I spent all Monday afternoon apologizing for Fox because I totally fucked up. It didn't say happy birthday to her. I felt so bad and such a freaking retard.
But you gave SheWulf another present. I was like, give her a hug for me. So then there you go.
And she stuck back. She's like, what did you do?
No,
I was like, I didn't do anything.
Hold on. He comes up to me and he's like, I did something wrong. And I backed away. I'm like, wait, what? And like he's like trying to put his arms out. I'm like, no, what? And he's like, I did something wrong. I'm like, yeah, what? And then he's like, just come here. And then he gave me a hug and he's like, oh, I didn't tell Fox happy birthday. I'm like, oh, okay.
You know, that must be a guy thing because I do the same thing to my wife all the time. Like, I'll do something little that doesn't mean anything, but I'll like start the conversation off with like, "Hey, so I need to tell you something," and then she gets real worried, like, "Oh shit, did you like set the house on fire? What'd you do?" And I was like, "No, I just spilled a glass of milk on the carpet. It's no big deal."
Yeah,
Wow.
GKB does that a lot, and I'm like, oh, what do we need to
You
talk
never know
about?
what to expect.
Take advice, men. You always have to set the expectation with your wife or husband or whatever you're marrying that you are doing something worse than what you actually did, so that way it's not as bad when you actually come clean.
Yep. So
Okay,
I'm
sure.
gonna go ahead and give some
Solid.
shout outs out there. What's up, Original Next Level Gaming? I think that's Stinger. To Phantom, Timidos, E-Man, the crap gamers out there too. Sageabot, we love you, man.
UK
Remix.
Daz,
Yep, Daz,
Timidos,
Lethal, Raphael, Space Cat, Phantom. All you guys, love you
Chuck
guys.
is in there. Triple cup Chuck.
Oh, really?
And he's up.
I didn't even see. Oh yeah, there he is. We got Triple Cup. We got Phantom, Space Cat,
Much love, everybody.
Awesome
or the
people.
Movie God.
Really appreciate
Hey, there's a new one. I haven't
Hey,
seen that
Gore.
name.
What's up, Gore?
I haven't
Yes,
seen
I
that
know
name
him.
before. We also got Legends, Lethal. We got a lot of people hanging out
Yeah.
with us in there tonight.
That's awesome. We love you guys. We really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and start the topics off with my favorite one of the week. And what have we been playing? I'm kind of like Fox these days. I've only been playing like one game and not really anything else.
Yeah,
Wow.
Diablo 3.
Diablo
Wow.
3. Whenever I have a chance, I don't really get to game much lately. But let's go ahead and start with Fox. What you been playing?
Oh, here we go. Okay, so obviously Gears of War, but anyway, I also played a little bit of Star Wars, and wow, I can't. Oh yeah, Arrow, it's like an indie game that I talked about like a couple weeks ago. So I was playing that today as well. But yeah, a lot of Gears. So there you go.
Nice. What about you, Mike? What you been up to, man?
Well, I've also been playing a little bit of Gears 4. We got some Gears 4 going later in the evening on Community Game Night this last Saturday. Playing a little bit of Dark Souls 3, trying to get through that new DLC whenever I have the opportunity. And played a little bit of the Lego Star Wars, not the new one, not the Force Awakens, but the old 360 games that are back compat. They have like both trilogies like in a bundle pack or something like that.
Whatever.
Yeah, the original one. So me and the kids, we were having a lot of fun with that. And other than that, still busy getting ready to move. I'm going to be done after next Monday. We're going to be all moved in. I can't wait because then I can get back to gaming like I normally do.
Nice. What about you, Newf? What you been up to, man?
Well, a bunch of games, actually. Played some Battlefront this past week to kind of celebrate Star Wars. Played with Crap Gamer, which was awesome. And pardon the pun, but we had an absolute blast. I also just got into Resident Evil 7. Fantastic game. I'm glad I finally picked it up. It was always on my list, but I've been dabbling with that. I streamed it a couple of times, and hopefully people enjoyed what they saw. I know Mooch stepped in last night and tried to walk me through a little bit there, and that was pretty cool. I've also played some Super Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and what else have I been playing? So Forza Horizon, obviously, in the new DLC drop today. Hot Wheels, fantastic stuff.
Good
And
stuff.
Gears.
I wish I could have played
And
that
Gears.
as well.
Everybody's been playing Gears.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we played Gears last night. Me and Newf were kicking ass. We messed up a lot of people. They were mad. K Mega was mad at me. I see you, K Mega.
Me and Foxy were rocking people last night. It was great.
I haven't got a chance to play that Forza Horizon 3 DLC yet. I can't wait to get into that.
Oh, I completely forgot.
yes.
I tried that out for about like maybe 15 minutes right before the show, and it's a lot of fun.
Nice.
Just get ready for like 5 gigabytes worth of updates.
Yeah, update that mess. That's what I was doing before, so I couldn't play it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
What's up, Pred? What's up, Stick Figure? How you guys doing? What's up, Sim? SheWulf, what you been up to? What you been playing?
I was streaming. Oh God, what the hell is it called now?
The Shine game, something Shine.
Yeah, Shyness, the Lightning Kingdom. Also playing Outlast 2. I was playing. I know there's another one in there somewhere. Sticks.
Oh yeah, we played COD. I
We
think.
played Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. We also played Titanfall. Diablo 3.
Yep.
And that's probably about it for me. Played quite a few.
So GKB hasn't been playing like much, like I've been saying lately. But when I did have time, I've been playing the Diablo 3. Probably gonna take a break from that and play some of the DLC here for not Hot Wheels, Forza Horizon 3.
For anyone who wants to know, it will be actually community game time at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. On Saturday, we are going to be playing Forza Horizon 3, the Hot Wheels DLC. So, yeah.
You're breaking my heart.
Sorry, Mike. Sorry.
Mike said he didn't want to be there.
I told you what to do. Just
SheWulf can give him ideas.
Yep.
She sure did.
Sneak over there and...
He was like, no, I don't want to.
It's your internet. You're paying for it.
Oh, no. After everyone's in bed, I bet you I'll be packing up that Xbox One and trying to figure out how to get the TV in the car without anybody noticing. Driving over to a new place, hooking it up to the internet.
That's hilarious.
See, that's why you need like a games portable TV thing.
Maybe I'll just like be able to set up like a Wi-Fi access point off my phone.
There you go. Hotspot.
That could work.
Yep.
That could work.
Which you just reminded me, that is probably the best thing and the worst thing about gaming these days is that back in the day we had those little TVs that you could easily pack up and take with you, and now we got all of these massive screens that are super light but they're also super big, and it's like you like need a freaking a van to go to your friend's house. No wonder split screen gaming has died out.
Oh shit.
Nice. All right, so let's go ahead and move on and get into this. So I wanted to start with like an icebreaker question before we get into like some of the news and the E3 predictions and stuff. And what we've seen like a little bit last year and more this year is a lot of games are getting announced and even showing gameplay and stuff before E3 even like happens. Do you guys think that like takes away from the E3 like experience or like the big hoo-ha of the whole event?
I do, because think about it, when they leak games and trailers.
Well, I'm not even thinking leaks. I'm just saying like them announcing games before even E3 starts.
Well, yeah, because there's
E3
no
sets
big
the precedence for like the next 12 months.
Well, that's why when they say or announce games early, they tend to ruin the whole surprise of E3.
Right.
We already kind of know what's coming. So, most of us who wait for E3 to see what is coming, we already know. So, it's a little disappointing. Like, yes, we get to see a little more gameplay, or we get to see, like, another trailer or something like that. But I think it'd be more of a surprise to all the gamers if you actually had no idea what was coming.
See, I feel the other way about it. I think that it's kind of like... well, when you look at media, when it comes to like movies and things like that, okay, so think about it like all the big summer movies. We get like the teaser trailer a year before, then like a month after that short little teaser trailer, then we get the full length trailer, and then a few weeks later we get another trailer, and then that's just it's whetting our appetites, and especially for okay, so Call of Duty World War II, like that's the big one. Like we got a lot of info dropped about that with that big broadcast they had, with all the behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. And that, to me, that kind of made sense because this is going to be a big year for Activision. They've got Destiny 2, Call of Duty World War II. They've got a lot of stuff coming out. So by getting some of the Call of Duty stuff, which is their big hitter, out of the way, that's going to let them focus more on some of these other titles, which are also really big for them. So I don't know. I don't see that it's taking anything away. It's just helping to build that hype train even more because now we're getting even more excited about what else are they going to show us.
Yeah, I get that. Like,
show anything though.
I get the whole like it's impactful for that game specifically, but I think it's going to take away from like Sony or like Microsoft or Nintendo like the impact of their overall show because like for me like when I watch like the Sony one and they show like the Call of Duty the new one or whatever, I'm going to be like, yeah, meh, move on. Let's go ahead and, and it kind of takes away from the show, I feel. I totally get what you're saying, like, about, like, the hype building up for the game and all that kind of stuff. But I'm more specifically, like, interested in, like, how it relates to the show. I mean, like, for us, I guess it's, like, bittersweet because we kind of get all these leaks and, like, more of the casuals or the non-hardcores out there that don't really get into the news and everything like we do, don't really know any of this stuff, and then when they see it for the first time...
Yeah, we go out of our way to look for it, and they just listen to it whenever it comes out as a big news. Yes.
Well, now, leaks are a completely different thing. I'm talking about just, like, game announcements happening before E3. When it comes to leaks, I mean, get that shit out of here. I
But don't you think,
want
like-
to see E3 and be surprised about E3. Like, I've seen a lot of leaked trailers. Like, this is the Spider-Man PS4 trailer that they're going to show at E3.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but I've seen it posted everywhere. And it's like, man, I don't want to see that now. I want to watch that at E3, and I want that to be part of the presentation, because then it's going to have a bigger impact than it getting leaked out at a lower quality, lower res,
Right.
like, you know, filmed off screen
Yeah,
type
but, like,
stuff like that. I don't like that.
But it's
To your point, though, like, for,
kind
like-
of thing with Destiny too. Like
Well, that and like Shadow of War too. Like
Yeah.
I think it would have been more impactful for Microsoft's stage presence to be like, oh, and bam, here's Shadow of War, and like I don't think it's going to carry that much weight now when they show it on.
well, no,
the
because we
Yeah.
already seen a mass.
yeah, like they've showed
majority
15 minutes of
of it.
gameplay. Like IGN's been doing the IGN first thing and all that kind of stuff. Like I just think personally, I think it's just taken away from the show.
Yeah, I don't like it. It takes away from E3 for me, but at the same time, I feel like it's okay with certain games. So if they're inevitable, if they're games that we know are coming out, whatever, show your Call of Duties. Now, I'm okay with that because I really don't. I don't care to see that in the show floor, in the conference, on the big screen, or anything like that. But yeah, for new IPs or like special secrets of a game coming back, stay quiet, and I'd rather see that on the day that E3 happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, for games that we already know are happening or coming out, that's fine if you want to show
Yeah, like
some
stuff that
more
was
about
shown
it.
like at
Like,
previous E3s or something like that. You're like, yeah, it's
I don't mind seeing
Honestly,
gameplay for that stuff.
what they should have done, like for instance, for Shadow of War, is they should have just shown a picture. That's it, and then
I
just
still think
left
that
it.
takes away from.
Really?
Yeah, it's like leaking it before, and then like, oh yeah, there's.
Yeah, but
Shadow
that kind of
War.
leads to like Mike's whole thing about movies. We usually see like a movie poster or something, and then that's it, and then we have to wait to actually find out what it is and what's going on
It's
with
an
it.
interesting perspective.
But
Yeah.
if they would have only like just shown like a picture of like just him, nothing else, not with the title of it, like don't give away the title, don't give away like
So just like a logo or something.
literally just tease. Like teasers used to be something as simple as like just a logo, where nowadays it's like pretty
Show
much
everything.
like a 15-hour freaking
Leaving nothing to
stream
the
of it,
imagination.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Again.
personally, for me, teases are great. I love the little tease here and there, like a little pitch or a little date or little things that kind of may, lead our minds down that path. But I can't stand leaks, to be quite honest with you. I hate seeing, hardcore footage way too early, and especially when it's games that we don't know about and all of a sudden they get leaked out, because it really ruins the surprise on E3. To
Yeah.
me, for a gamer, E3 is Christmas for us.
Yeah.
And that's the same as going into your mom's bedroom as a kid and finding the Christmas presents, figuring out that there's no Santa Claus, that your mom and dad are, and that everybody's like, what? I don't know if you guys ever did this, but like taking a sneak peek of something that you're hoping to get for Christmas, but you find the gifts and you like tear a little corner and you basically know what it is, and then Christmas morning, while you're still excited to get it, you're just like,
You're not
it's not
as
the
excited. Me and my brothers
See, I took
used
it one
to
step
do that.
further as a kid.
We used to open up
I
the
w-
whole entire corner, and then like we'd take a knife and just slightly slice so it wouldn't actually ruin the packaging. So you could
guys
just
are like
open
sneaky
up
people,
the
man.
whole thing, like the whole like one corner of it, and then you could just retape over so they would never even
No,
notice it was.
I would sneak in. I would slice off that one corner of the packaging, like the tape. You'd slice it perfectly so you could retape and you wouldn't see it.
Yeah, that's
and then
what
when
we
it came
used
to a
to
video
do.
game,
Yep,
oh,
that's what
and
we
then
used
I
to
would
do.
I would
For
even
Christmas morning, you
slice
feel
very
guilty,
finely.
right?
No, not at all, not me. But like I would open up the cellophane that was wrapping up the video game. I'd very delicately slide the video game out and get it. And I'd play it for like 6 hours while my
Wow.
parents were
Wow,
gone.
dang,
Then I'd
bro.
put it
Wow,
back.
yeah, I wasn't that bad.
You're a fucking evil child.
Hey, but you know what? I loved it. And it didn't
that's
spoil
hilarious.
Christmas for me because, by that point, I mean, this is when I was a teenager. So my parents, they were just getting me whatever I put on the list. There was no surprises when it came to Christmas. So like all these N64 games, I had it down to a science on how to open them and make it look like there was no evidence of it ever.
Wow.
Dang, Mike.
Straight up evil
That's
child.
I would even
Wrap-
delete my save game so that way on Christmas Day I'd pop it in and they'd watch me play and it'd be like, oh, I'm starting a new game because I've never played this before.
Oh my god, dude.
Wow.
You had it down, dude.
I hope my mom's not watching this.
She's so gonna kick your butt now.
The secrets are out.
That's funny.
That's too sneaky for me. No.
Oh, that was a good topic, guys. That was a good opener up there. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So, You know, we're kind of worried about like Nintendo and all that kind of stuff. And I saw an article and I wanted to throw this in because it's going to lead into like the E3 predictions for Nintendo. But Mario Kart 8, pretty much a remaster with some new features, is topping the charts over in like the UK and all over the place. Like even beating out Prey right now. That's pretty crazy.
But that's a big game, and really the only game you can buy for the Switch other than
That's
Zelda.
what I was gonna say.
So the Nintendo fans are starving for games, and that's
Pretty
why they bought it.
much.
Totally.
Like,
Not to
Sad
like
but
take anything
true.
away from Mario Kart. It's a great game, but you know, we know that the Switch has sold really well, and all these Switch owners, they got the launch games, and what else have they gotten? If they've gotten done with their launch games, they're hungry for a new game. So basically, Mario Kart 8, it just basically fed the beast.
Oh, that's a good point. What's up, Ice Tivo? What's up, Blue?
Hey, Blue.
That's why they call him Magic Mike. That's hilarious.
That's right. I got that.
He's a sneaky bastard.
He is sneaky.
So maybe that's why I don't mind leaks and spoilers too much, because I
Yes, you
pretty much
do.
spoil everything myself.
He doesn't like surprises. He's got to know it all.
Nice.
I thought I was actually pretty surprised about like the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe there, like topping the charts, because I thought like most of the Nintendo fans would have played it on the Wii U and all that, and really had their fill of it. And now it's come out on the Switch and it's selling like gangbusters again. I mean, even
Yeah, but I mean,
the argument's there for like, yeah, they don't have a lot of games, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
how
it's-
hard is it
it's
to
a
sell
given.
water in the desert? You know, it's not.
You know, it's pretty much a given for Nintendo. I mean, you know, if you own a Nintendo console, I'd say 80% of the users are going to have the next Mario game. They're going to have Mario Kart. They're going to have a Zelda. They're probably going to have Super Smash Brothers. Like, these are pretty much platform games that, you know, go hand in hand with the system. And it came out early. And it's like you said, it's kind of surprising that it is a dead-on, pretty much a remake of the Wii U version. But at the same time, I get the feeling that Nintendo wanted to get this kind of switch out, and this saved them a ton of money without having to go and redevelop a brand new game. So it's win-win for them, because they basically are repackaging and selling that game to people all over again, maybe some for the first time. Like I think, yeah, I had it on the Wii U, but I never got to play it very much on the Wii U. So a lot of people may have missed it on that particular console. But either which way, Nintendo must be laughing all the way to the bank, because they're selling this game twice to people that already owned it. Some people still have their Wii U, maybe have 2 copies of the game. But I guess the one thing now that you have to remember is that this is Super Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is the full-fledged game, and you can now take it on the go, which is a huge selling point for me.
Absolutely. Sagebot in the chat is saying he thinks E3 is becoming irrelevant. That's been the sentiment for the last few years, actually, from a lot of different people, gaming,
Well, especially-
media, industry insiders and all that.
Well, wasn't it last year that EA kind of broke away and did their own thing, and then Bethesda did that as well? So,
Yeah.
you know, if we see more and more developers doing their own conferences outside of E3, you know, that might save them money, because they don't have to pay for the conference space that maybe is selling at a higher premium and all that kind of stuff. And it gives us more information, because they can set their own time limits.
Technically,
when they
isn't
have their own
Microsoft doing
conference.
that too this year? I mean, their conference is not during E3. They're doing it like the day before it starts. Like with Bethesda.
yeah, but it's still E3 though.
Yeah, I mean, they're still going to be there on the
Still-
floor and everything.
It's still in that.
I think I think they're still in their stage, but
Yeah.
obviously a different time.
Where E3 is
So,
like actually doing it in Hollywood. They're not even doing it like in the same facility at all.
Yeah.
You have to drive like an hour to go to theirs.
Oh,
But
EA? Yeah.
Yeah, but they're allowing you to at least like have anybody go. Like it's not like
Yeah, you just got to sign up for the tickets.
yeah, you just had to sign up and it was free. So it's like they were like, "Oh, hey, guess what? Want to join us? Pick a time and come join us." They were making it more for the gamers, more for the players than just publicity, and I think that's actually a smarter way. Like, look at Gamescom. Gamescom is one of the biggest gaming things
For volume
around.
of people coming through,
And
yeah.
a lot of people here would probably go if it wasn't overseas. But, you know, we have to get planes to actually go.
I just don't know
across.
why E3 hasn't adopted that model yet.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It would have been
it's-
smarter.
It's strange. Come on,
Like,
E3.
you get the cosplayers and all of that. Like,
Yeah, make a big conference out of it.
I mean, yeah, they
Involving
kind of do that, but on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
Well, and it's really interesting with just the way that things are changing overall from the gaming world. Like when E3 first started up, that was for the gaming media, and that was at a time where you got your gaming news once a month in a magazine. You know, there weren't websites. You didn't have these podcasters. You didn't have Twitter. You didn't have these gaming communities
What?
like we have
No
now.
technologies.
I know. How did we ever survive? I didn't even have a cell phone when E3 started up. Go imagine that. But I have an echo apparently.
Oh
Do you?
no,
I
I
didn't
don't
hear
hear it.
Somebody in the chat said I have an echo.
Whoa.
It says SheWulf's
Thanks
mic
to-
has an echo.
Alan Savage for a $50 donation on the super chat there. You are awesome, bro. We really appreciate
Thank
that.
you, thank you, thank you. We
Savage
appreciate
with that
it
money.
very, very much.
Really, really
Damn.
appreciate it.
But anyway, what I was saying was I think that is E3 becoming less relevant? Maybe it is because they're still catering towards the gaming media, and the gaming media is becoming less relevant. So maybe E3 needs to switch it up to reinvigorate the gaming community that is a lot different than it was 25 years ago.
Is that why they're doing the test with like the 15,000 tickets?
But that's why
Could
people
be.
are saying it should turn into like a Gamescom kind of thing where anybody can go. Cosplayers,
You always go back to
Well, yeah. Do you know why though? Do you know?
What's
Yeah.
dress up?
But no, it doesn't even have to do you know why though? Because think about it, like cosplayers are a very big way of promoting games. Because they dress up as their favorite characters and usually dress up as the newer characters, which entail people promoting the game because people want to take pictures with the females because majority of them
Yep.
dress half naked. So
Oh,
That's what Stickler said in that chat there.
yeah,
I didn't see that with Record last year. But yeah.
No, but there was a Recore, and she did absolutely amazing. There was a Horizon Zero Dawn one, and they actually a cosplayer actually created the whole entire robot dinosaur that was bigger than she was.
That's amazing.
And a guy was underneath it controlling,
Yeah, that was crazy. actually.
it's amazing what these guys do, and it's that's free publicity. And
Yep.
people want pictures, which then end up promoting the game. But they don't look at it that way.
That sucks, Alan, that you're stuck in the traffic, man, but I'm glad we're
SheWulf is
making it
echoing.
bearable.
I'm echoing. I do hear an echo when I talk. I can hear it through the mic or through my headset.
I don't know where it's
I
coming
don't know
from.
where it's from, but I hear it too.
Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Nintendo's E3 predictions. So Nintendo, I fucking can't believe that they're not going to be at E3 again.
I'm not surprised.
They're going to be doing a Nintendo Direct, apparently, the same streaming thing they've been doing for a while. What do you guys think we're going to see in the Nintendo Direct? Anything interesting?
No.
I think they're going to show off a new Metroid teaser.
I hope so. That would be a huge surprise.
I'm going to go
but
out there and say
it's
it.
overdue. I would even be happy for like a 2D side-scrolling type of Metroid, like what we saw on the SNES or the Game Boy Advance. Like with the Switch being a mobile platform, it kind of lends itself to that style of gamelay.
What about a 2D XL
Yeah, that was actually cute.
version of that? That'd be kind of
Oh
cool.
yeah, I would take that.
What other predictions you
I
guys
thi-
got? Go for it.
I think they're gonna show Pokemon
I think so too.
Star, which is like basically the handheld version of, or the console version of the handheld game that they had, Sun and Moon. So
Nice.
that would be on their console.
Yeah, I think
Nope.
they're due for another Pokemon.
I'm sure we'll see more of the new Mario game.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, Mario
let me
Odyssey.
Odyssey? Oh yeah, for sure.
Good, Newf.
Let me just quickly state, I am really disappointed that Nintendo won't officially be at the show, and I'm not
I am
quite
too,
sure
bro.
why.
Yeah.
Especially considering that this is the year that they launched the new hardware, it makes absolutely no sense. I mean,
Stupid.
you'd think that you'd want to show off the benefits of the Switch, or then Nintendo just that naive that they're just like, we could sell Switch to monkeys at this point because it's the hottest item going right now. How long that continues to trend is anybody's guess, which is something that we constantly. Now, one of the reasons I think maybe they often back out is probably because tech-wise they don't want to look like they're getting shown up on the floor because they don't go off now. So it's out in the wild. People know what it is. People kind of have a grasp on the hardware. So I don't know. Maybe they just don't want to go up against the big boys of Xbox and PlayStation and feel like they're sort of missing the train. But at the same time, look, as long as the money rolls in for Nintendo, they're going to march by the beat of their own drum. They've done it well. And for some weird reason, they're probably the only company that seems to be successful at it. But anyway, as far as showing stuff off on the show, I think, yeah, Fox is probably right. We'll see Pokemon of some sort. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see an adaptation of Pokemon Go from the cell phones, brought over to
the
the Switch, and maybe even that was a Super Mario Run, possibly, to be a downloadable title while we wait for Super Mario Odyssey. I'm sure they'll show off that game again. I figure there will be some surprises. I don't think we're going to see much from the Zelda side of things for a little while now, but like I said, definitely a Super Smash Brothers, I think, is probably a possibility, as well as like I said, maybe Metroid, because it's been long overdue. So outside of that, who the hell knows? And I'm sure Nintendo may have some other gimmicks up their sleeve for the Switch, like some sort of weird add-on or something like that, because they tend to do that shit.
They do some accessories.
With the Smash Bros. You mentioned, you think they're gonna port the same one from the Wii U, or you think they're gonna do a new one?
I hope it's a new
That's anybody's guess. Hopefully,
it's probably going to be a port.
I think it's gonna be a
just based
port.
off of Mario Kart, I think it's going to be a port.
Oh, don't say that, guys.
And people
Come on.
will buy it.
Well,
people
is
will
that
buy
another
it.
reason then why they're not going to be at E3s, because they're going to be showing off a lot of ports then?
Yeah.
Nothing
yeah.
new and exciting. They're gonna be
I
showing-
believe.
Well,
Well,
they've
how about this?
already
I'll
come
throw a
out.
little.
You can go.
What happened, SheWulf?
Nothing. You can
Oh,
go.
okay. I was just gonna say maybe they'll show Animal Crossing. I hear some people talking about that, and they're looking forward to it. I'm
Ooh,
not
Animal Crossing,
into
yeah.
that game, but I know a lot of people that are. So
Yeah, it's kind
they
of
can
cool.
show
Following
new.
too.
Yeah.
Now, from a third-party perspective on for Nintendo, who do you think might show up big time for them? Because I can see EA doing some kind of Star Wars thing here because of that tie-in. I'm just not sure how. I mean, I don't think we're going to see Battlefront 2 on it, but I can't see Nintendo wanting to miss the boat on getting a Star Wars game of some sort on their platform come November, December here.
I'm really glad that you mentioned the third-party support, and I think that might be one of the reasons that they don't have an E3 stage booked.
Because of no third party.
Right, because I mean, it's hard to fill up an entire conference with just first-party stuff, especially with the Switch. We haven't really seen too much, so you would think they've got a lot on the back burner that they're ready to launch, but maybe it's not as ready as we hope it is. And without the third parties out there, it makes it hard to have that like E3 mic drop moment that people want to see. If they had like Activision coming on making a Switch version of Destiny, then I'm sure they would have a bigger E3 presence and have a conference that's not one of the Treehouse things. So that to me kind of, I think that they need the third party support, and that now that the Switch is selling well, I'm sure third parties are starting to look at it in a new light. But I don't know if they had that when it came time to book the E3 stage and get all that set up in time.
True, or
Well,
nothing's ready to show off. Yeah.
But also, a lot of games we already kind of know that's coming for them. Like, they kind of released a list of what was coming
For
and
this
when.
year,
Yeah. So, like, they kind of already did all of their main work when they had that conference back, I think it was in February. And they
It
released
just
the
goes back to
Switch.
saying that they just don't have any new content to show
Yeah,
off.
there's like if plus let's like look at it this way. Nintendo likes to save money. They know how to save money. They do it properly because
Guess that's why they're always in the
that's
green.
how they're always in the green, like you just said. And that's their biggest thing. Like they have no purpose to really go and do a whole E3 conference. So why
I
waste
still
the
think
money?
they do though. I think this one would have been a really big one for them because they haven't been there in years, right? They released the Switch, they had their conference, and I get that they might not have a bunch of new content to show off, but I mean, I still even think like teasers or like some trailers of stuff that might not be coming out this year or maybe even not next year. I mean, Sony does it. They show off games that are a couple of years out. People love it and want to see that stuff, like a Metroid like teaser, Smash Bros, Donkey Kong Country, something to that effect. Like, I think still that would be really impactful. And then they talked about the new the 2DS like XL and stuff and all that coming out, like showing that off and showing off some new games they have for that, because they seem to be like really pumping out games for those kind of systems. So I don't know. I think they still have enough to show and be there in force there.
Or maybe Nintendo's just ahead of the curve and they see, all these other publishers breaking away from E3 and they just decided like, hey, you know what, let's do our own thing. And like we said earlier, save a lot of money, because I'm sure it cost a pretty penny to get one of those stages.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It probably takes a crap ton.
Yeah, still disappointing, but
It
yeah, I
is
see where
disappointing.
you're coming from.
All right, so I'll just go through. I think they're gonna show off a Smash Bros. Teaser or trailer. I think a new Metroid teaser trailer is coming. I agree with Fox. I think a Pokemon's coming of some sorts. I think a big showing of the 2DS games reel is going to be a thing, and I think they're going to surprise us maybe with Donkey Kong Country. I'm just gonna go out there and say
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
don't care.
that's a
That would be
really
cool.
big.
I'm going out there. I don't care. I'll do it. I'm scared.
What about the option of perhaps? I mentioned gimmicks earlier. Do you think it's possible that Nintendo tries to dive into some sort of cheap VR gimmick for the Switch? Because there was like a rumor
Virtual
in
Boy or
there
whatever?
that they were exploring that possibility.
Boy.
I just don't know how they'll get it to work with the Switch, but I could definitely see them trying it because, Nintendo, they don't want to miss out on any of those, the boats that sail through. They usually jump in whether they fail or they find success with it. Like 3DS. At the end of the day, it didn't fail because the console sold really well for them. But at the same time, I'd say most of the people that bought it never did give two dinks for the actual 3D itself. So,
I kind of agree with you,
Nintendo
Newf.
was one of the first people on the boat there.
I think.
And you see those, and you see those ones in the store. Those little, what do you call them? Those little VR sets that you buy for like your
phone
cell phone
ones?
to view
Yeah.
stuff.
Like the Google Cardboard and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I could totally see them
have
having
a couple
something
of
like
them,
that connects to the Switch.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
goes
the Switch
inside.
is a little big to slide into one of those VR headsets. I mean, that would be pretty
Yeah.
clunky.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
especially
they
with,
could get-
with their
but-
controllers because they're motion based too, right? They have the motion, the gyro, and all
That
that
makes a
stuff.
lot of sense,
It kind
bro.
of makes sense.
It makes sense, absolutely. And I think, honestly, VR is going to be pretty prevalent here at this E3, even though I don't want to say that because I don't really care about VR. I think it's just going to be, hey, here's VR again, and then it's going to die just as quickly. But I think it's going to be pretty prevalent at this E3.
Here's lightning in a bottle for you, GKB. Nintendo, picture this: a little VR headset that connects somehow to the Switch, and it comes with a Pokemon game. So when you're standing outside, you're now seeing virtual Pokemon all over the place, kind of like
Like
AR,
Pokemon.
I suppose. And you're basically interacting, like you can feel how close you are to a Pokemon by the force
Oh
of
my
the
God.
in your sticks. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm ready.
That
I'm ready
would
for the
work.
headache. I'm ready.
That would
I think
work.
that would
telling
work
you.
better as like a mixed reality device like the HoloLens instead of pure VR because you'd want to see your surroundings with the Pokemon overlaid on top of it.
Yeah,
Yep.
kid falls in well. Yeah, I can see it now.
Well, why not? People were going into other people's houses with that freaking Pokemon Go thing.
Yeah.
Trespassing.
One
and
I could
shit.
see it.
One
Like, I
person
think-
found a freaking dead body when they were searching for Pokemon in a
Oh
lake.
my God, that's
Oh,
right.
I remember seeing
Yeah.
that on the news. But how many people are playing Pokemon Go today?
Honestly, I don't
Compared
I
to
know.
when
heard
it came
quite
out.
a bit still, so I don't know.
I'm sure there's still
Oh,
players.
No.
I
don't
heard
know.
Hell
the
to the
user base
no.
dropped off significantly.
Hell to
Yeah,
the no.
Fox was one
Hell
of
to
them
the
that was
no.
really in there.
I still
Yeah, I
think
used to
like
go out all day.
yeah.
No, not anymore.
I didn't go out at all.
There's probably a lot more people playing Pokemon Go today than there are Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I think Noof's like theory about like the VR thing for the Switch is pretty sound. Like I could totally see that. Like I think that's very plausible. But I think everybody's like tired of us like talking about Nintendo. So let's go ahead and move on.
Oh, I'll say one more.
Good.
Kirby? Maybe Kirby?
Ooh, Kirby.
Oh, Kirby, that'd be a good
really
one.
cool, actually.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
cute
Kirby.
and stuff. So there you go.
I don't think
That's
it would
it,
take
I'm
much
done.
effort to make a Kirby game either.
No, I don't. I don't think so. Yeah.
Huh, interesting. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. I want to talk about some Assassin's Creed Empire or Origins, whichever like rumor that you guys want to go with at this point. I don't know. There's been like a new picture leaked of a dude on the boat. I think it's pretty real. It looks like the other images that we've seen from Assassin's Creed. What do you guys think about the new Assassin's Creed Origins and or Empire?
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I'm kind of curious how they're like. Some of the rumors are that you travel on a
Naval warfare.
boat and you can go to like Greece and stuff. So I'm kind of curious how
Be a
they're
big
gonna
map.
tie everything in together. And I don't want it broken, Ubisoft. Like seriously.
Yeah.
You
They
tell
have
him,
a-
she
They
will.
had an extra year of development, so it better not be broken.
Well, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
really glad they took the year off because they needed it to try to not only make sure that the game runs well, but I think that Assassin's Creed needed some time off so that they could find a way to add something fresh to the series. Because, I mean, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, I thought it was awesome, but we've been seeing a lot of this like kind of wash, rinse, repeat when it comes to the Assassin's Creed games. And as good as Syndicate was, the only new aspect it had was the grappling hook, which, I mean, you know, that's not really that revolutionary when you've had these Batman Arkham games out for how many years now. I'm excited for the new Assassin's Creed. I'm ready for a new Assassin's Creed. I haven't felt that way in a while because they keep coming out every year up until now. So I hope they knock it out of the park with this one because I remember how much I loved the first two Assassin's Creed games, and I want them to get back to that feeling of, you know, just ready to get into this game and having something new to play.
I agree. Crep says
I'm a hater.
SheWulf's
I know.
a
I was gonna
Ubisoft hater.
reply, but I can't find my freaking little
you
mouse
Ubisoft
thing.
hater.
I think everybody's an Ubisoft hater.
Well, it's kind of like what Ubisoft does. Like they get you really hyped for the games. The
they
games come
look
out,
amazing, and
then they fall
come
short
out
to what
and
their
they're like-
expectations are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
if that's part of
that-
the game or if it's part of like we're overhyping games. I don't know.
Yeah, like please Ubisoft, if you do bring out a new Splinter Cell, make it the best ever. Don't.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Don't sell yourself short. I know we'll leave that comment for another time. We're talking Assassin's Creed, and and I like the Assassin's Creed series, but I liked them when they started. I also started to get Assassin's Creed fatigued after a while. Like I didn't even play some of the games just because I had no desire to play them. Like I could see by the videos and the playthroughs that they were virtually identical with different characters, and the last one I actually bought was, I bought Unity for the premise of how it looked on this gen of hardware, and also because it had the
Co-op.
multiplayer aspect, which I thought was cool. Yeah, it was broke as fuck when it came out, but I mean, they fixed it pretty good over time. But that brings up a good point from SheWulf. Like, that's another thing. Ubisoft has a history right now of releasing broken games with so many patches that it really ruins the fun. Like, you don't want to get in your first week and things don't work with the game. We saw what kind of damage it did to the Master Chief Collection because of how broken that game was, that it lost half its user base before the first month was done.
Yeah, that was sad.
So yeah, they got to do it. They got to get it right. I'm glad they took a little time off. Let's hope that this game looks fantastic, runs well, and that it brings something new to the series. I like the setting. I think that's kind of intriguing to go way, way back. So that's kind of neat. And, maybe we'll have the return of more riding on horseback and different things like that, too, like the original game and stuff like that. So it could be cool.
That'd be kind of cool, too. I like the horseback thing, too.
I hope they have a better present-day protagonist than what we've seen out of the past couple Assassin's Creed games. I mean, after Assassin's Creed 3, you kind of lost that story with Desmond and what was going on in the present day, and I feel like they need to go back to that to if they want to get the Assassin's Creed series to have an overarching story that goes across multiple games. They need to get back to that where there's something happening in the present day that gives you a reason to go back into the past beyond like the game testing and other things that we've seen in the newer ones. I don't even think Syndicate, it didn't even really do anything with the present day, did it?
Not much, like going back and forth with the time thing. I actually don't really like that in the Assassin's Creed. I think it just like takes me out of the game. Like I just want to play the assassin and not really go anywhere else. I don't want to like go back and forth. I
feel that that's like a good overarching narrative to give like all of the games like a tie-in. Like I don't know, I kind of miss that. But I get what you're saying, where it does take you out. Like, what was it, Assassin's Creed 3 when it would take you to the present day? That was kind of like jarring when it would do that.
Yeah.
As long as they do it right, I wouldn't mind it, like that whole back and forth thing. But yeah, when it takes you out of it, that is uncomfortable.
Just like, I mean, I get the point, but like for me, it was just like I just wanted to keep playing and like assassinating people, jumping around, doing all this other stuff, and then I would come back to the present. I'm just walking around, talking, and being like, "Hey, yeah, guys, it's cool. Let's get back in there. Let's go."
Yeah.
So I always hated that part, but
it slows everything down.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just feel like I didn't really need it, but I get the points.
They were trying to tell a story that just
it's
didn't
interesting.
work well.
I'm interested how far they're going back, and it's kind of like it might be the origins of the whole Assassins Templar
that's cool.
fight and battle and stuff. I like to see how it all started and the whole story behind that. That would be kind of pretty cool too to play in a game and see where it goes.
I'm excited just because it's Egypt.
I am too.
I
like,
love
I love
Egypt,
as well.
so that is going to be
Could be jumping on some pyramids.
Yeah.
Well, you go to one of the pyramids and the friggin' mummy starts coming out. Here's a new object for you.
You're gonna go to the pyramids and like you're gonna see people working on them because they ain't finished yet.
Oh yeah.
The pharaoh was like chasing you around and shit.
He's like, get off my property, boy.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how they do the pieces of Eden with the Egyptian culture, because that was like a polytheistic religion that they had, and the pieces of Eden come to be more from like a Christianity perspective. So that'll be. I'll be interested.
The thing is, though, I
fancy.
guess they can kind of like.
Dropping
if anyone
knowledge on
watched the movie,
I know, right?
they kind of did like an Egypt kind of Arabian feel in the movie. So, and it was supposed to be like the origins of the assassin.
Yeah. I just didn't like the
I still have to
present
check
day
that movie out.
No, the present day stuff was
I hated
kind
it.
of stupid.
Every
but
time
it
they
was-
went back to that, I was like,
It was
don't
cool
do this.
how he was jumping around though, like when they would go back to him and when he was in the machine and stuff. So like if they do if they're trying to tie all of it in, then yeah, I could see it be pretty interesting. I just hope
think
they
it's a big
stay out of the future. Stay away from the future. Nobody cares about the future.
You guys are saying all these things, and I don't know, for some reason, Prince of Persia popped into my head.
Absolutely.
And I
I
kind
love
of
Prince
would
of Persia.
would like for that to come back. So I'm like,
Absolutely.
I missed
That's
that.
way overdue.
I like to see some.
The other thing
Yeah,
this
that would be
series
nice.
could probably use a little overhaul in. Maybe some people will disagree, but I'd like to see the combat system overhauled just a shade. It seems very animation restrictive at times. Like a lot of times the counters feel slow because you're sort of stuck in an animation. I'd like it to be more fluid, like the Batman Arkham series,
I agree.
where it's much easier to counter and things like that. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like. A system that's just a little bit faster and smoother, where you start to feel like a real friggin' badass instead of like, you know, getting overwhelmed all the time by friggin' enemies because, like you said, you can't counter and move fast enough.
Another one I'd like to see come back, like that's kind of related to Prince of Persia, is like the Soul Reaver series, like the Legacy of Kain and all those games. Oh, I love those games. I'd love to see that make a
Don't
return.
even start about that. Like that, I love those games when they came
they're
out. I would
so
love
good,
them to make a
man.
new one. Like if they were to announce a Legacy of Kain game, no matter what it is, whether it has Raziel
What?
with the Soul
Who
said
Reaver
that?
or not,
Who
like,
said that?
oh
Bring
my
it
God.
back. Yes.
Yes,
I'm in.
bring it back. Exactly.
You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see a Tomb Raider remaster of all the old games with the new graphics engine and the new play controls,
Oh my
but with
God.
the old Tomb Raider worlds.
That would take forever, bro. There's a lot of shit, like Tomb Raider games.
With
You know,
like
one, 2, and 3 in particular, like Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, they like redo those with the new age graphics and the new control scheme instead of that
Interesting.
clunky 4-way weird ass shit. That would be pretty cool.
I don't know. Those were a little out there. Weren't there dinosaurs in one of them?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yep.
think so.
Like down in the caves and stuff. Yep, for sure. Cool. Let's move on to another topic here. So we're seeing some stuff of Far Cry 5 that might be a Western. Did anybody see that? It was crazy.
I've seen a couple of things that were kind of.
Wait, didn't that all stem from like some sort of live action commercial that's being filmed? And they said it was like the director's done other Ubisoft games, so it's kind of like we're piecing together it's a Far Cry Western.
Yeah,
if it
it's
is a Western, that's rough for if they're launching this fall against Red Dead Redemption 2. Like which Western is going to win? I mean, not Far Cry. I'm sorry.
Ooh, that's.
Yeah, I don't think Far Cry would win either. Far Cry is a good game, a good series and stuff like that, but going against Red Dead, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting to just see that. Like, is it too soon for a Far Cry game since we had Primal like recently?
Yep.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, from a development perspective, didn't Primal use the exact same map that they used in Far Cry 4, but they just like changed the
everything.
foliage and stuff like that? So they didn't spend a lot of time in world development for that. So they could have been working on a different Far Cry game while they just kind of like piecemeal together Far Cry Primal. For me, I mean, the Far Cry series, I enjoy the games, but I only enjoy them for a week or two, and then I move on to the next thing. So a Far Cry Western, it sounds really cool. I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that love Far Cry that are going to get into it, but it's not a series that I really care about anymore.
No, I agree with you too. Like, if a Western comes out against Red Dead, I'm probably gonna pick Red Dead over any other Western that comes out because, yeah, it's Red Dead. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Fox.
too soon.
Yeah. Too
No, I was
soon?
just gonna say it's too soon. I feel like that one just came out a little while ago. So yeah.
Cool.
One thing I will say, the Far Cry games, they look amazing.
Yes.
So if a Far Cry game is coming out, whether it's a Western or not, and it's going to be like, Scorpio ready, it's going to have like, all the bells and whistles. Even though I probably will only play it for a couple of weeks, I'll still end up getting it just because, I mean, what can I say? I have a problem.
Yeah, you do. You have
No
a backlog, man. Come on.
Hey, that backlog's not going anywhere. It'll wait for me.
Nice. Yes, it will. It will always be there. Getting bigger.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
backlogs
right.
start to cost us hard drive space too now. That's the other downside.
Well, you can uninstall them, man. They'll always be there. You just reinstall them again.
I suppose.
That's kind of what I do. So Phil states a flawless launch for the Scorpio this year. Is there such a thing as a flawless launch in anything? I don't know.
I
What
don't
do you
know
guys
because it's subjective, to be honest with you. Because while
Exactly,
he might
yeah.
think everything went as well as planned, there's always going to be some, shit stick fanboy out there that's going to criticize everything and go, well, they didn't do this and they didn't do that, they didn't show this. Like that happens every time. Someone's going to rag on the Scorpio launch no matter what happens.
I mean,
or how
true,
cool
but they don't really
something
count.
looks.
This is for the true fans. This is for the
It
true
is
fans that
subjective.
really are looking forward to the lineup. I mean, but at the same time, he does say it gets better and better every year, so I don't know how far we could take that.
I don't even know what a flawless launch means. I mean, is he talking about like from a compatibility perspective where every Xbox
just a
One game that we have out
UI?
there right now is going to automatically work and it's going to look better? I mean, they've
Exactly.
already promised us that. So is that what he means? It's a flawless launch, or is he saying it's flawless that there's going to be a lot of games supporting Scorpio that already have downloadable updates in the works that we don't know about?
That'll
It's a
be
very
nice.
open-ended statement.
Yeah, it's very open. It's like, what is flawless? Does that mean like you're going to get the console out to stores before the launch date?
Yeah.
I hope so. I don't know. What
Yeah,
does that mean?
flawless, in my opinion, flawless means you got the capable hardware. It's demonstratable and clearly demonstratable, as they've kind of mentioned. It's got the games, whether it's the games that we already expect or the games that are yet to come. And I'm sure there will be some announcements that we haven't heard that are related to Scorpio that will be coming out or coming out in the near future. And I think most importantly, the launch date and the price. And as I said a million times, you guys all agree, if they nail that price, if they come in at a super duper consumer friendly $399, it is hats off, gloves on, fucking knockout blow right there, baby. Doesn't get any
Dude,
bigger.
I keep saying, like, if they had go any higher than $399, I think it's a lost opportunity. I keep saying that.
Yeah, it's time to nail it out of the park. What do they got to lose at this point? Yeah, they're going to maybe lose a few bucks, but in the long haul, they stand more not to give a little now because of where they are in terms of the console sales and their reputation going into next gen. Like I said, it's like that. It's like a boxing match right now. You made it to the 12th round. You've been getting your ass kicked, and your coach tells you, look, buddy, the only way you're winning this is not on points. You got to go for the knockout blow. And I think that's where Microsoft is right now. They have to go for the knockout blow.
Yeah. I think it's due time for Microsoft. I think they need to show a ton of games. They need to have their messaging on point and all that kind of stuff to really do good at E3, especially if Sony's bringing all these games potentially. It's going to be a nice little fight. So with that, and we're going into the Xbox here. What is everybody's Xbox E3 predictions? What are we going to see, guys? What do you think is going to be there?
Scorpio.
Here's
That I still
Done.
think is
Yeah,
gonna
It's
be.
over.
Scorpio's gonna
That's
be there.
it. That's
That's
the
going
thing.
to be
This
like
is like
a
the easiest
big. I
prediction
still
ever
think it's
for
going to be a
Forza
pretty
7.
big.
I think we're going to see a date for the Scorpio, and I think we're going to see a price too. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think that.
I think that's fair. I'm going to go out on a limb here. And so I read this article today that Lucid Sound is coming out with a headset for the Xbox One and Scorpio. And it's a direct connect wireless device that you don't have to hook up to your controller, don't have to hook it up to anything else. So it's going to be basically working like your Xbox One controller, how it connects to the Xbox. Now, with that being said, I think they're going to be showing off a new headset that Microsoft branded.
I have been wanting an Elite headset.
I think it's probably gonna
However, there is one issue. I'm trying not to yell because, like, I think that stops somewhat of that echo. But I think one problem with a wireless headset is right now, like, for instance, the Astros, when you try to stream, you have a big issue with not being able to put the
These ain't
headset.
Astros. These are Microsoft's.
No, I understand that, but I'm talking about, like, the wireless factor of it. The A50s, you can't actually put, like, your headset to headset and speaker and be able to have your chat go through OBS, like how we stream and be able to hear everybody else. You have to find a different method of doing it because you can't.
Well,
do
this
it
is the
with a
Scorpio.
wireless.
It's powered by the sun, like everybody's telling us, so it should be able to do anything.
Oh.
Okay.
It's powered by the midichlorians. What are you talking about?
No, but I think honestly, an Elite because I don't see them saying, "Hey, we're gonna have
I
this
don't
new
want
direct
wireless.
connect wireless." Well, I'm
Same.
just saying, like they're gonna have this tech and just let somebody else develop for it. I think they're gonna have their own branded, probably like the Elite controller, but maybe the Elite headset. I'm gonna go out in early
Yeah.
and say it.
I'm happy
That
for an
sounds
Elite,
cool.
but I want it wired. I don't want it wireless.
Oh my God!
I'll tell you what I would.
Good.
What I would love to see at the Microsoft E3 stage would be the new Rocksteady superhero game, whatever it is they're making, whether it's a Batman Arkham reboot.
I think it's a good bet, man.
I don't think it's going to be an Arkham reboot. I think they're just going to use Batman's IP in a different type of universe because comic books lend themselves to that.
Yeah, to do whatever.
But I would love to see that on the Microsoft stage because that's been. I mean, I'm pretty sure Batman's been a PlayStation like on their stage most of the years in the past. So I would love to see that come over to the Scorpio and have them show it off there.
Beyond.
I think that's a fair bet. I would like to see a Batman
Batman
Beyond.
Beyond.
Batman
Oh my
Beyond.
god, that would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
That would be
They
fantastic.
could use
actually.
like Damian Wayne as the Batman of the future. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And his dad's
Well-
like old and crotchety, being like, "You suck."
Crotchety.
I think there's a high chance that we see. Again, there's a high chance I think we see a Splinter Cell, and again, the Assassin's Creed kind of showing off on the Xbox stage primarily. But
Agreed.
in terms of surprises, don't put nothing past the fact that we may see some old favorites return. I would not be surprised if we didn't see Conquer at some point or a Banjo-Kazooie of some sorts, just because people know they resonate with the fans. Rare is very close, and
Dang, Newf going out there.
they have partners. And that is
Conquer and
going way
Banjo,
out on a
huh?
limb, but I think Phil did say or somebody speculated that there is an older franchise that they plan to show off at this E3 or that they were going to announce as a return. I
Ori
heard
and
that
the
somewhere. I
Blind
can't remember where it
Forest. I
was.
want to see an Ori and the Blind Forest too.
But one thing I
think
am
that's coming.
concerned about
They're working
is
on
the
that,
titles
right?
that they're planning to show that we know about. I mean, Crackdown and stuff like that. But I want Sea of Thieves. I hope that Sea of Thieves really does live up to its expectation, because people are starting to say that it looks like this one could possibly slip. And how detrimental will that be to Microsoft and its brand if that game does slip into sometime in 2018?
Yeah, that would be
That'd be
sad.
terrible. I don't think that's happening. I think it's coming out this year.
They need a
Um,
release date. They need to just finally get that game out. Like, there's so many people
Well, I mean,
in the
like,
beta
Phil-
now that it's doing
Phil and
fine.
all the execs like had this big like gameplay thing of it and all this other stuff. They're really pushing it. I think.
Wow, somebody eating?
Newf.
Dude.
No.
But I think the safe bet was we're going to see Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, and Forza Motorsport 7. But I'm going to go a little bit further with Forza Motorsport 7. So Bethesda, we kind of know they're working on like a VR thing. I think they're going to announce it this year. I think it's going to be compatible with the Scorpio, and I think Forza Motorsport 7 is going to have VR support or AR support or both of them, as what Phil was talking about earlier. So I'm going to go out and say that Forza Motorsport 7 is a thing. It's going to have VR support and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to go.
Interesting.
The next one I'm going to go ahead and say is I think VR will be supported, and I think you probably be able to use your Vive and Oculus on it. Maybe not in like full capacity as it would on the PC or anything like that, but maybe you could plug the headset in and get some kind of
That'd be cool.
support on it. I could see.
I
that happening.
heard that Oculus won't be there at all this year because they have nothing new to show.
That's
so
fair.
I did hear that.
Don't they have some legal troubles right now too?
Oh god, they're like all over the place with that.
Yeah.
I can see something new with Minecraft.
Really? You think so?
They always show Minecraft. Every E3, they find something to do with Minecraft.
Anybody got any other big?
Cyberpunk gameplay
Ooh,
on
Cyberpunk
Microsoft stage.
gameplay. On
I want to
Microsoft
see
stage?
it.
Ooh.
Yes,
Ooh.
that would be awesome.
That game
I
was
Well, they had the
amazing.
marketing rights for,
Yeah, Witcher.
Witcher.
Yeah,
so that would be big. That would be pretty
that
cool.
would be awesome.
Do you think it's too early to show off?
No.
I don't think so. They've been working on it for a while, and they don't have to say that it's coming out soon. They could just show us like what's going on so far. So that would be nice.
Interesting. Interesting.
Another teaser would be Halo 6, but I
Yes,
think
I think
everybody
it's
is
gonna happen.
expecting that.
I think that's going to
um,
end the show. What do you think?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Master
I don't
Like a
know.
short little,
I-
like
And it
I don't think
Big
so.
Master Chief.
a 30-second sizzle reel or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
I think they could do something like
most
that.
of us expect it. I feel like the last thing they're going to show is something new, and Master Chief might be before that. So
Interesting. You think
don't
they'd open it up? Or just like in the middle? Where
Ooh,
would they
wait.
do it? It has to open or
they
close.
could-
close
could-
to the end, but not the last thing. Is
Oh,
what I'm saying.
I think it's got to be
No,
last.
I could see them open with Master Chief. Do you
Really?
know how crazy
Yeah, that would be
everybody
nice,
would
yeah.
actually go if you actually saw like just Master Chief come up?
Yeah,
and
but you think
actually
with
show-
Crackdown 3, Sea of Thieves,
people
Forza
okay,
7.
okay, the problem with those games is the fact that we know that
I think
they're
they
there.
open up with Forza 7 actually.
The problem is we know they're there, but the biggest issue that comes in about it is we've been let down so many times by Microsoft, and Halo is the one franchise other than Gears. But of course, we know Gears isn't coming out next year because they already came out. Halo is the next big franchise that no matter what always gets people to their feet. No matter what. If you saw like a thing of Master Chief, everyone's going to be like, oh shit, like that's just the way all the gamers are. But showing Crackdown and stuff, like
opening with just a teaser for
we
Halo.
keep hearing so much about Crackdown, and everyone's like, all right, so where is it already? Like it's just kind
I
of.
don't think they're gonna open with
like,
Crackdown. I think they're gonna open with Forza Motorsport 7.
They're
gonna have like a car coming down from the ceiling again or some
but
craziness.
if they do that, they did it
Whatever their
halfway
cover car
through the
is.
show. I think they would do that halfway through the show though, because they actually bring out the guys and talk about it. So
They did that with Halo 5. They brought out Bonnie Ross right after they opened the show with it. I think they're gonna open with Forza.
No.
They're gonna close with that.
I'm tired of the cars coming down from the roof. Can they just drive it in and
That'd be cool.
and run
be
everybody
really
over? That would be fun.
Drive it in like a normal person.
So, does anybody think a Fable thing's coming?
Yeah. No,
I hope so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Technically, they have the full base to it. Like, they can just take Fable Legends and just, like, take the core of that and build it
copy
into...
paste. Copy
yeah,
paste.
kinda. Like, they have the characters. They have the base model of it. They can take it and just turn it into the game that they actually want.
Yeah, basically all the assets, the animations, everything's there. You just have to come up with the scripting for the storyline and everything like that.
Yeah, like, well, even the story for it was actually a pretty good story. I think they just had a lot of issues with, like, the multiplayer and their whole open, like, world type thing that they were doing. Like, it actually had a really good story with the Rose Queen and stuff that they were doing. So, like, they could still take the core of that and turn it into a proper Fable game.
What were you gonna say, Fox? I think you had another prediction there.
No, I was gonna. I'll jump in on the whole Fable thing. If anything, they don't even have to show anything about Fable. You could just tease the name and the fact that they're starting to work on it, and you don't have to show anything like that's, I guess, related to what they kind of had before. So yeah, that's a thing. They could just say Fable's. We're working on Fable, and this is who's working on it, because obviously it's not the same people. So yeah, that would be cool. Another one I think that would be in Microsoft stage would be Evil Within 2.
I agree.
God, I
that'd
want
be
that.
good.
I want that game.
Yeah.
Bethesda probably show it off. Well, no, because they're going before. I don't know. What?
Yeah.
Interesting.
No.
Well, speaking of
Bethesda is Sunday
After.
night.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Microsoft is Sunday morning.
I just said that.
So they're going after. Oh, I thought you said Bethesda. I thought you were saying Bethesda was going before.
I
'cause
started
we're
to, and then I
talking-
said, "Oh wait, no."
Yeah. Weren't there some Bethesda developers in that like little Scorpio trailer that they showed
Yeah,
last
Yeah,
year?
from
at
the
E3?
Fallout.
Yeah.
The
game.
Howard guy.
From
What I
Fallout.
would love to see now, this isn't really so much of a prediction as more of a hope, is that all those developers that were in that little Scorpio trailer that they had last year, bring them all on stage in person and let them talk about what they've seen. Let them showcase their games on Scorpio. I think that would be an awesome way to follow up with that trailer that we saw last year.
Well, they also have 2 brand new games that they're supposed to be releasing. So what if one of those is going to be on Microsoft stage?
What about another Wolfenstein too?
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
I would
yep.
love another Wolfenstein.
They could be working.
I didn't play the other
Could be
one.
working on
so-
that.
They're so good, so good. What about you, Newf? What do you have for Xbox, man? What do you think's coming?
Well, again, it's the given stuff that we know about. Definitely think something is in the pipelines related to Fable, but I mean, how close an actual game is to being like coming out is anybody's guess. And we know how Phil feels about saying too much too early and kind of ruining the hype around it. So who knows, really, honestly? Outside of that, I don't know what they have planned. I mean, Scorpio is going to be a big focus this year, and just the graphics, the performance, that sort of thing. And I think Forza is just about a given if you go by the timeline. So I don't think any surprises there. It's just a matter of when they release it. Will it come out in its normal, September time bracket, is it? Or will it be pushed a little bit later? And that's another question I guess we're all wondering is, when will Scorpio drop? Will that come out before some of these games so it can truly get into the hands of the public, or are they going to wait till the last minute and push it out like right in the middle of November, with the Call of Duty stuff going on and everything else? I don't know. I think according to Phil, he's saying that it's basically ahead of schedule and things are looking good. So I would not be surprised if it does come out a little bit earlier, like an August or September release.
I would love it.
I guess people... That'd be fantastic, and that sort of stuff. So, well, we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be an exciting time. I think Microsoft is going to have a wonderful show. Will they have as many games overall as Sony? That is probably the biggest question mark. But from a hardware perspective and for a complete show, I think this is going to be Microsoft's year to really shine, as long as there's no leaks flying out the door like a week before the show drops.
God!
I hope
don't even
not,
start with that.
I don't know, man. Good.
Because it really ruined it for
the way. Yeah, I like the way they had the show last year. Like they had obviously hardware and games and a little bit of everything. And obviously, like that same day or the day before, they did leak out a lot of things. So it took like the surprise factor out of it. But I still enjoyed the show overall, and that's the thing I really like about Microsoft. They know how to put on a good show and keep you interested. I don't feel like walking away like midway through because I'm bored or anything like that. So I like the way they do it.
Like I did during Ubisoft.
Watching Ubisoft. Yeah.
One last statement here, guys. I know this is not going to happen. Sorry to cut you off there, Fox. I know this is not going to happen, but or at least I hope it doesn't happen. But please, no first person. What is it? No frame fucking counters on the front of the console. It looks stupid as shit.
No, I think it's for developers.
I don't need like a digital watch on my console to tell me like that. That's what I mean. It's like, I know, but there's like people like, oh, we want that now.
Well,
it's
like
like,
a Polygon article.
No.
It was on Polygon. He was like, oh, they should do this for all the fans because we deserve to know what our frame rates are. It's like bullshit.
That's why you watch Digital Foundry.
Yeah, if you can't tell that frames are dropping, then clearly the game's doing something right, or it's not dropping frames. So you know what? Just get over that.
I mean, I think frame rates are the biggest thing, like over anything else. But I don't need a counter to tell me anything.
I don't care about any of it. I just want a good-looking game. I don't want to know the number that I'm playing. Like,
I agree.
Yeah. And speaking of games, I am looking forward to Crackdown a lot, and I want to see some new IPs, of course.
Yes.
But here's another one out of the side here. Random choice. Jet Force Gemini.
Really?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Jet Force game.
Yeah. That would be nice. Come back.
Interesting. So I'm going to go along with that, too, and I think we're going to see a Mech Assault reboot with VR support as well.
We need a good mech game. Isn't there a new Mech Warrior game coming out on PC?
Yes, there is. And that's kind of
why... we need mech games. Mech games have kind of died down, except for Titanfall. That's the exception.
Yeah. With the tech and all that kind of stuff, dude, I think they could be really cool. Especially with Titanfall and all that kind of stuff, Done some really good stuff with mechs.
Speaking of PC...
I want Titanfall 3.
She wants just Titanfall. Give her Titanfall.
I want Titanfall 3.
No, too soon, SheWulf. I said no.
She wants to reboot of number 1.
I want number 1. Listen to me. Listen. The developers of Titanfall, all you have to do is just take 1 and add a campaign. Or hell, even give me DLC for the first one, and I will be happy as hell.
Damn.
I don't like the second one. I really don't.
I agree with you on that. 100%.
I think my last Microsoft thing is I don't think it's going to be at the show, like during the conference, but later on in like their daily thing. I think they're going to have a new revision of the Elite controller with Bluetooth support and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they should do that, considering all the other controllers are coming out with now have Bluetooth.
Maybe that's how this new headset's going to work. Imagine them coming out with Design Lab for the S.
I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday a little bit. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Yeah. I agree.
It would be cool.
That's all my predictions for Microsoft. So you can tell me, guys, in a month if I was totally wrong.
Totally right or wrong?
Totally wrong.
I would like to see Quake on consoles, whether it be
Quake Champions,
Xbox and PlayStation or Xbox. I would like to see Quake be on console.
For a second there, I thought you said Plague, and I was like, that came out as a indie game last year, didn't it? So yeah.
What is that?
Plague. No, Plague is an awesome game. Well, anyway, maybe it's not awesome to everybody. I love it.
I can tell you something that I would love to see from Microsoft, and maybe they can implement it in future hardware or consoles, but I would love to have them be able to do the top of the system and in the way that they did faceplates with the Xbox 360, where you could basically then buy your own custom sort of like top to your console, so you could get your favorite sports team or your favorite game on there, and basically then you would have your own choice to custom console. I think that'd be fantastic. You just have a couple of like quick snaps or a couple of screws on the side, and bingo. Or at least be able to order one like you can do with the controllers. You know what I mean? And pay the extra $50 or $100. I think they're missing out on a huge opportunity to not only sell more consoles, but to really, to speak on things that people love, because people love their sports teams. And, when I see those contests online of those consoles that are custom made with people's sports teams, I'm like, that is sick as shit. And I would love to have that.
Yeah, I would dig that too.
I have one other prediction.
Oh, man.
It's probably never going to happen. But out of nowhere, Microsoft gave Scalebound to somebody else.
Oh my god!
I will get my Scalebound, but from somebody else, and maybe they changed it a bit.
It's probably not
soon.
going to happen, but it could, because doesn't Microsoft own the assets?
They do.
I think they own everything. Yeah.
They own
the
it.
IP and all that.
So just change it around and give me my goddamn dragons, and I'll be happy.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
I could just go eat a pizza right now, and I'll be Scalebound in 20 minutes.
I don't want that Scalebound.
Nice. All right. So, anybody else got any last minute predictions before we move on? People are asking about the Sony ones. So.
No.
Let's
I
see.
guess let's jump in.
Well, let's go to 2 other topics before we get into Sony. So.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. I was like, what are you doing over there?
right
Destiny came out with some more info. They're gonna have a calendar of events for the year. They're learning from their mistakes from Destiny 1. They're talking about like meaningful features for the PC to grab those kind of players in there. Looks like they're really pushing Destiny 2. I know a lot of us on the panel are kind of like, it's Destiny, whatever. I still think this is a huge game. I still think it's going to do really well, especially going to PC. I think it's really going to hit home there.
I'm excited for Destiny 2.
I am too.
Even the trailers and everything, it's actually giving a story. Like, the whole tower gets destroyed, and you have to come back from this, and they're giving you something to actually look like worth doing. And that was the only major downfall of Destiny 1 is you had no idea why you were there, who you were, or what was even your purpose. Like, yes, we know you're a guardian, you're supposed to protect whatever, but why? Why were you even born? Like, why was there a town that you could never go to below you?
You're going now?
Yeah, you're going now.
Harsh.
And
why were you even born? Dang.
Yeah, why were you even
You don't need to exist.
Why do you have a goddamn
Well, I think
ghost
I
that they
think
can't pick a voice
the
for?
downfalls of Destiny 1 was, you're right, the story. The lack of content. They couldn't get content out fast enough.
Yeah.
So you're constantly just redoing the old stuff. And then when they got content out, it was
was
just
the same
rehashes
thing.
of everything that you've already played. They did
But
get
still,
better.
the Taken King was
The
good.
Taken King
I'm not
was
gonna
really
lie.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
But really, really, overall, the Taken King was all
Fixed
the
everything.
same. The Taken King was all
But it
the
had
same
awesome
monsters,
cinematic,
but they were just different colors.
I just liked it because it involved what
but
happened
also-
to the queen and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing if she's actually dead or whatever.
Right.
She's dead.
And it
Just let
fixed a lot of the
bitch sleep.
problems from
I hope not.
the vanilla. So-
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what they do with it, and I want them to actually bring content that's going to make sense. I want the story, and I want to be able to actually have a character that I'm going to enjoy playing for a long period of time, and not just because I have to grind. I want a campaign. That's
Oh, you're gonna grind this game. That's gonna happen.
no, I know you're gonna grind, but I mean to start to go from your bottom level to your top level. Most of it you're going through and you're like, okay, what?
Yeah.
The
Honestly, I
want to
get rid of
sense.
light levels. We don't need light
Yeah,
levels.
that
I
was
think just
stupid.
levels, period. Just keep that. And
They changed it a couple times, so yes, that was confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's
But
get rid of
I am
levels.
looking forward to it, even if I have my doubts. I'm still going to watch it on May 18. And yes, that is before E3. They're going to show gameplay before E3. So
Again,
we'll see how that goes.
That's stupid.
It's so
Yeah.
taken away from the show.
We got our beta code, so we'll be playing. Did you know anyone who apparently, I don't know if this is actually true, but if you pre-ordered the beta, and if you actually return it before the beta comes, you're actually going to be charged $20 from Activision?
I think we talked about this before.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the first I heard about that. That's nuts. But
Me too. That's so dumb. Sorry.
It is.
anyway,
It's so
Destiny
dumb.
2.
Yawn. I know.
I could care less about Destiny 2, but that being said, I'm probably going to buy it because, like
You know
I said
you
earlier,
are.
I have a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
am.
Well,
love the MMO games.
He was like,
We'll
I'm not gonna
see.
get Prey
We'll
on day
see.
one, and then he's like messaged me, and he's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna get it. I was
Hey,
like,
hey,
bro.
but in my defense, I didn't. I haven't picked it up yet.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So,
I
but yeah, I was
Oh,
considering
okay.
it.
So yeah.
Oh, we should Redbox that. We're paying for that freaking
Not
Redbox.
Redboxing,
Or no,
Gamefly.
Gamefly. We pay for that crap, and we like.
Oh shit! I got a free Redbox thing. I might go pick it
Go
up.
get it, girl.
I mean, go ahead. It has nothing to do with the show, but yeah, you know.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I gotta blame all my friends, for when you're trying to like you don't want to buy a game or you get rid of it, and then they're just like taunting you the whole time. You gotta pick up this game, man, because I really need you for the raids, and it's so good, and you're missing
Oh,
out.
yeah,
and
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
buy
They're
it
pretty
again,
fun.
and-
If you
Yeah,
have, like,
because
a
I
good
think I
group.
went through 3 copies of Destiny.
Yeah, you gotta have like a good
Did-
group that's
did
gonna play all
Mooch-
the time.
I think Mooch did that to you, didn't he?
That mooch.
He got me on one of them, yeah, and a buddy before that got me back on it too.
That mooch.
There you go.
All right, let's go ahead and move on
No.
to. We didn't get a chance to talk about this before on the show. We always run out of time, but the COD reveal came out. I want to talk about it before we get into Sony because it's probably going to be on Sony's stage. Let's be honest. What did you guys think about it? Like, you guys excited for the new COD?
I thought we talked about this last week.
I don't remember us talking
Yeah, I
about
think so.
I think we
I-
just talked
I
about it
remember
in
about
general,
this
but we didn't go
last
into
week
detail
because
about the
I went
reveal.
into this whole. I'm pissed off at friggin' Sledgehammer because I just
Yep.
wanted Advanced Warfare 2. I went into this
I
whole
want to
big
say it was
remember
like
that.
Assassin's Nation.
That was last week. I went into a whole big
All right,
spiel about
fine,
it.
whatever.
Just saying, we did talk about it. I
like
thought I'd
sneezing like
be
crazy.
the one sneezing.
I'm like sneezing.
It's
bad.
all. Yeah, I was saying it's all good, bro. You could tell us what you think.
I think it's awesome. Boots on the ground, people.
All right, there you go. Now let's.
That's
move
right.
on.
All right, go ahead.
I'm happy for you.
Anyways. Wow.
I cannot get out of this sneezing thing.
Listen tight. Bless you.
Usually that's me.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead into Sony E3 predictions.
Right. So I'm going
Since nobody wants to talk about COD, I want to talk about
did.
COD.
I mean, you could.
not-
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Talk
I
about COD.
cannot talk about it because
Whatever.
they're fucking stupid.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I said it. I'm
I
mad.
think we said this
Salty
last
about
week, but I'm
Sledgehammer.
more excited for the
I'm-
single
I
player
am
than I am
mad
the
at
multiplayer.
Sledgehammer.
Really?
I don't love it and I don't hate it. So
Yeah,
there
but
you
I'm
go.
mad at Sledgehammer. So
Because you want AW too. That's
I
why.
want yeah.
All right, what is our predictions for Sony's E3 conference? What are they going to show us?
Spider-Man.
I-
I want to see more of
Sadly, I feel like it's
Hellblade.
more of the same.
I want to see more Hellblade. I'd actually like to see gameplay of that.
She took my Spider-Man and then she moved on so quickly. I didn't like
I know,
that.
like, where are we going here?
I'm mad at you.
Dude, I was
She-Wolf. I'm
just
mad
gonna
at you.
I was just gonna throw out a whole bunch of games.
Okay, so let's start with Spider-Man.
I-
I think that's going to be there.
Oh yeah,
Hell
Spider-Man.
yeah! Show me some
It's gonna be there.
gameplay.
It hasn't come out yet. But when it comes to Sony and the E3, like I have a little bit of a rant when it comes to them because as
Oh.
much as I love Sony exclusives, I mean they have a lot of great exclusive games. There's no denying that. It's really hard to get hyped for their E3 anymore because we never know exactly what we're seeing. You know, are we seeing PC gameplay footage? Are we seeing pre-rendered footage? What is it that we're seeing? Is it actual gameplay?
Is it
I
a
mean-
game coming out this year or 2 years from now?
Right. And you know, sure, some of the same can be said for Microsoft or any other developer. Like, you know, what type of footage is it that we're seeing? But with Sony, I feel like it's a more pervasive issue. We just keep seeing all these pieces of games that, you know, don't come out for years on end. We don't know what it's running on, or is that actually gameplay footage or pre-rendered footage? We never get a confirmed date when they show us their trailers. They show them too early. I mean, I don't have a PlayStation 4 this gen, so I'm not in tune with might be coming around the corner the same way I am with the Xbox games. So it's hard for me to predict what we're going to see this year, but I just have a feeling that because none of the games, well, okay, so a lot of the games that we saw last year at their E3 conference haven't launched yet. You know, we have God of War 4, that's a huge game. We have their Spider-Man game, that's going to be a big game. You know, all these games that we're just going to see them again because they didn't launch last year. I want to see games that have a date, and I want to see gameplay footage. I don't want to see pre-rendered stuff. I don't want to see stuff that's running on PC like we did with the Uncharted 4 stuff before that game launched. I have issues with Sony. I love PlayStation, but I have issues with Sony.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to see a heck of a lot more CGI trailers again that are not representative of the actual game footage. And I'm also wondering if some of the video footage up on the big screens will, if the people will be brazen enough to actually show the Scorpio footage of the game, but not specify that it was Scorpio footage shown. Because we know they're
No,
going to
they're
have a lot
not
of
gonna
third
do
parties
that.
up there. I would hope they wouldn't, but I've seen stupid stuff done before, so you never know. But I think we're going to see a lot of the same stuff we've more or less seen in the last couple of years, but a little more fleshed out, like perhaps actual gameplay of things like God of War, Spider-Man. I think we'll definitely going to see a lot more. What the hell that one's called, because that one comes out in August, so we'll probably see an in-depth on that. Personally, I would love to see, and maybe some other people, maybe you with me, I would love to see a return of the SOCOM franchise.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But I don't know which company or which studio would do that anymore since they shut down Zipper, but who knows, they may have another studio or may have hired some of the devs from some of those closed out studios. But I would love to see SOCOM more than just about any other franchise. I mean, I think they're doing they got a remake coming out right now or at least it's a remaster of not Ratchet & Clank. What was the other one? Jak and Daxter.
Yep.
So you'll be able to pick up all the old games. And I don't think we'll see anything new from Ratchet & Clank for a little while because they just brought out that game. And as far as Infamous, I'd say we're probably another year or two before we maybe see another sequel to that. So it's hard to say with those guys. Death Stranding, Detroit. What's that Detroit game?
That's the one.
Yeah,
It's like
so those games as well.
I was gonna say, I bet you we'll see like gameplay of Death Stranded.
Yeah, I think
we'll probably finally see like a game clip of that one.
Whoa.
Some like alpha footage game.
Yeah, because we saw the trailer last year. We've seen like other trailers leak and stuff like that.
We saw two. That's it.
So,
and if anything, I can see maybe them doing another trailer because they have a female character they want to show off, but gameplay, I mean, that would be real surprising to me, actually.
I could see them do gameplay. Like they did gameplay for God of War when they had him with his son, and that game's not ready to come out yet. So
when it comes to Death
and that was
Stranding,
a nice surprise.
I really hope that Death Stranding game is not like a Metal Gear Solid type of gameplay because we've seen enough of that from Kojima. I want to see him do something new.
Yeah, me too. I want to see him work on something different. I agree. So I think
how much do you guys think the VR may play a part in Sony's show? Because now that they don't have hardware this year, I
don't know. They might have VR games like actual like full on.
But they didn't have hardware last year either, and they like went to VR like maybe a couple times just to like they showed like the Final Fantasy and the Batman, but they didn't stay on it. Like they were literally like just teasers in their reels and stuff like that. So I don't.
Well, I think enough times like passed for like games too. Right? Yeah, they had the Pro, but I think they had enough time now to like develop some games and see some bigger stuff. Come out.
Well, I think if we don't see something impressive in terms of their VR lineup, I think this peripheral is going to die a quick death because I can already see the momentum has dropped off significantly, and they need to get something out there that really makes people want to go out and plunk, like I said, $700 Canadian on this thing. So, again, is it another peripheral that Sony lets fall through the cracks and it's just a wasted opportunity, or will they support it?
Like I said, I think this E3 is going to be like a resurgence of VR for like a short period of time, and then I think it's just going to die off again. I think we have to see like what the prices are for like the Bethesda /Scorpio headset and all that kind of stuff. If they're super cheap, then I could see people like getting on board and seeing where it goes. But I really just don't think it's got any legs.
I'll tell you what. If there are third-party VR headsets coming out for the Scorpio that are cheaper than the PSVR, then Sony's going to have to do something about that PSVR sale point, or try to find some way to get other third-party peripherals to work with their console.
Yeah. I agree.
Didn't they show some off already for the third party? Like Asus had one, and different companies, and they were like $250 or $300 for the headset.
I think Microsoft they made reference to it, but they haven't actually showed it. But there were some headsets shown at CES that might have made mention about Scorpio already or something like that.
Yeah.
Isn't there like?
Yeah, I know I saw the headset.
Vive
I just don't know if they're Scorpio ready.
Yeah, the Vive and Oculus is already out there. I think they'll probably be compatible in some way with the Scorpio.
Yeah.
But my bet would probably be Bethesda one is probably going to be their main go-to VR set, probably, since they're so like tight. But I think the safe bets for Sony is going to be Destiny, Red Dead 2, Call of Duty, World War II. They're going to show that for sure.
Battlefront.
They're going to show Battlefront for sure. The new Battlefront. I think God of War is going to be there. They're going to show some more, and I think we're going to get a date for that. I think Detroit. I don't think God of War is coming out this year. I go back and forth with it. Maybe holiday or maybe early 2018.
Well, they need something to release this holiday, though.
Yeah. Well, that's what goes into my next one. I was like, Detroit. I think we're going to see that again, and I think it's going to get a date for this year.
I want
Isn't
Hellblade.
Gran
Yeah.
Turismo Sport? That's going to be there.
Yeah, Gran Turismo Sport's going to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already showed a ton of that already.
Yeah, I want gameplay and a release
That should
date
be
for
ready now.
Hellblade.
Hellblade will probably be shown. I think Days Gone, we're going to see a bunch of gameplay of the actual game. And then I think we're going to get a date for this year as well. I think
That's actually
Yes.
one we all missed from Microsoft, State of Decay 2.
Oh, yeah, I completely
State
forgot
of
about
Decay
that.
2.
I can't wait for that game.
Yeah. How do I keep missing that?
I don't know, because
Below
that's
Cuphead,
actually,
like,
I don't even care about those two. I'm actually more excited for State of Decay 2. Like,
Yeah,
being
State of
able to
Decay
run
is,
around with friends
Co-op?
and a
Yeah,
zombie.
yeah.
Like,
That's going to be awesome.
that I can
Yeah, I
wait
mean-
for.
Oh yeah.
Even if they just added co-op to the first one, I mean, that in and of itself would be enough to make me buy the first one again. So the fact that they're coming out with, like, 3 maps the same size as the first one?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a huge game. I think Last of Us 2 is going to be shown. I think they're going to show a small like gameplay thing. Since
Yeah,
they've already
like
shown
a
a
clip
trailer.
of it or something.
And I don't think there's going to be a date.
I think they'll give a release date for it.
Yeah,
It's a DLC type style game. It's not actually
but
like
it's Naughty Dog. They're not going to release it until it's done.
true. I could still see them at least give a quarter, like say like second quarter in next year or something. I
Okay,
can still
fair enough.
see them give like
I don't think it's
form
that-
of date, not like a set date, but I can see them do like
think that's a little
spring
early, but-
or fall of next year.
I think that's still early, but anyway.
Well, we mentioned this yesterday. Bloodborne 2 teaser.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see that.
Bloodborne 2
From
or
software. They pump out those Souls games like crazy.
or another Order 1886.
No,
Oh, God, please no.
I don't think that's happening. I don't think it's happening this early.
Or
anyway.
now.
I think, like you guys said, I think we're gonna see Spider-Man. We're gonna get a date for that. I think that's probably gonna be in like September sometime. And I also am gonna go out on a limb since they're really close with Disney and Square Enix and all them. I think they're gonna show off the some kind of teaser or gameplay of the Avengers game. That's
Yeah,
what
that
I'm
makes
gonna-
sense.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
damn.
that's what I'm gonna say. And I'm sticking to it.
Although,
I can see that.
Microsoft's also got a relationship with Square Enix with the Tomb Raider series, so it's hard to say whose stage that's going to go to, if it's going to go to a stage at all.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, Sony's like, well,
I think they're
Marvel's
more friendly
with
with
Disney.
Crystal Dynamic.
Well, so like Marvel's
Enix
with Disney,
themselves.
and Sony's really good with Disney, so it's kind of like, it seems like a good fit.
Yeah.
So we might see that. Any other predictions from you guys?
Final Fantasy 7.
Oh yes, that's definitely. a good shot.
That one's like being delayed or something. That one.
Well, they said.
They'll still
wasn't
show
it
it
like
though.
that one and something else. There's
Yeah, I
like-
sent you the article. It was that one in Kingdom Hearts 3 that
Yeah.
people thought were going to come out this year, and they officially said, no,
Nope.
that's for either next year or upcoming.
Yeah, so I don't.
So,
I don't
yeah.
How are
think,
they not having Kingdom Hearts 3 out by now? Jesus.
I don't know. They can go fuck themselves now, because
They teased that game before these consoles even came out.
I
That
know.
was like back
Yes.
in E3 2013. We saw Kingdom Hearts 3 before we even
Yeah,
had
that's
an
when they
Xbox One
started
or
working
PS4.
on it.
Oh,
It's
that's when
late
they started
again.
working on it. Man, I
Yep.
thought they were further along than that.
No, I'm mad at them. I
I'm
want
with
that
Newf though. I
game.
want to see a SOCOM. But what were you gonna say, Fox?
The new IP. I'm interested in what Sucker Punch is doing.
Ooh, Sucker Punch game. Yeah, I don't know what they're working on. They've
Yeah.
been really tight-lipped over there.
Thank
Nothing's
God.
leaked out.
Good.
Nothing.
I want it that way. Surprise us. Keep it that
And
way.
then it happens tomorrow.
I
Yeah, I
know,
know, right?
I'd be like, God damn it.
This just in. Sucker
Yeah.
Punch's new game. Yeah, so I think they're gonna see some new stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of great ideas. If I'm going to go crazy and say something off the wall, then Destiny VR. Like a special mission or something.
Destiny VR, huh?
I could see that.
Yeah.
I
don't
could.
Yep,
know,
they're,
really.
they're,
Or
they're
a
super
Call-
best
or
friends.
A Call of Duty VR.
They are super best friends. I agree.
I could see a Call of Duty VR because
don't
Sony's
want
like
either of
really
those games in
close to
VR.
like Activision though. I don't want
He's
it
like, I
either,
don't
but
want
I
it.
could see it though.
You see that interesting first-person view of Street Fighter 2, the new one for Switch? They have this mode, I think, where you can play it from a first-person perspective.
Whoa.
No, I didn't
really?
see that. That's crazy.
Pictures of that looks kind of neat. I don't know how it would work, but it looked kind of
That's
cool.
weird.
I kind of thought about VR when I saw that because you like see Ryu in his hands like casting the fireball. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Interesting. That's pretty awesome. So I think Sony's gonna have a ton of games to show off. What do you guys think?
Yep.
Yeah,
They're
and a lot of
definitely
third
gonna
party
have
shit.
a good,
Games than
like,
Microsoft
game reel.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Question is how many surprises. Like I said, I think a lot of rehashes from the last couple of years, and that's partly Sony's fault to blame because they show stuff off so early. But they're going to have, I think Sony will have, again, another strong show. I'm sure they'll brag about their sales and blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, in terms of, like I said, how much new stuff we see or return of old franchises is anyone's guess. I mean, we know that Crash game is supposed to come out at some point, too, here. The remake or whatever the hell. But... I think the Killzone franchise. I think that one is pretty much dead. I don't know if Guerrilla ever wants to return back to that.
They just need to do a Horizon Zero Dawn again, bro. They just need to keep on that train.
They're gonna do a DLC for that. They'll probably show some of that.
Yeah.
On the E3.
Yeah, that's a good
one coming out.
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Showing that at E3. Some DLC. That's a good one. I like it.
So yeah.
All right, guys.
And I'm sure we'll see a bunch of Japanese games as well. That'll probably come out in the first quarter of 2018, and then the guys will brag again how we got all this glut of games that 90% of gamers don't really give a crap about. But
yep, we're gonna see all that. I think both sides, but yeah, cool. Let's go ahead and get into Foxy deals. You ready, Fox?
Oh
I
yeah.
want to spend some money.
Foxy.
Hey, that's a steal. It's Foxy deals.
All right, Fox, take it away.
What's up, everybody? I have some deals for you, so listen up. And obviously, I will be sharing them as well later on Twitter, in case you miss them or miss to write them down or anything. Let's start with Xbox first. So yeah, even though this is not a deal per se, it's awesome that Forza, the Hot Wheels, is out now. So that's $20. But the deals with gold that are out right now is Saints Row and Metro bundle. That's $11 on Xbox. They have instant indie hits, and there's like 10 indie games in there.
Whoa.
A lot of good ones, and that's $20. And then they have Mass Effect for $39, and then the Deluxe Edition is $42. So check those out. They're on Xbox right now. On the dashboard, just click on the little gold thing, and they should be right there. Over on the PlayStation side, some PlayStation Plus discounts. Shout out to Crappy. He pointed this one out because apparently this is his favorite game. The Order 1886 is $4. Yeah, if you want to pick
$1
that
an hour per
up.
gameplay.
Yes, you saw the tweets. Awesome. But they also have God of War 3, which is an awesome pickup for $6. So if you haven't picked that up, it is the remastered. So yeah, pick that up. They have Trials Fusion for $8. And what else? Far Cry 4 and Primal bundle $5. And they also have Rainbow Six and the Division bundle $42. So check those out on PlayStation with your PlayStation Plus, and some of them you could still get discounted even if you don't have PlayStation Plus. Some online deals I found for you guys. Actually, I think somebody sent me this one. Oh shit, I don't remember who it was. It was Gears of War 4 for Walmart. That could have been Newf. There you go. Yeah, that's $20. So that's awesome. We have Dead Rising 4 for $24 at Amazon. I think Krabby sent me that one. Xbox One S Halo Wars 2 bundle is $2.99 on Amazon right now. I think it's like deals of the day and stuff like that. And then Nier Automata, also on Amazon deals of the day. That is $45. I almost said 42. Yeah, it's $45. We also have Darksiders, War Master, remaster, thing. And that's on Amazon. And then for the Xbox is $15.27. And then for PlayStation, it's $18.44. I actually think they took it out for Wii U. That was kind of weird. I think that's $20. Did you guys know that?
No.
Yeah, that was weird. I was in Amazon and I saw it on the Wii U. I was like, what? Really? All right. So anyway, besides that, I think Mike told me about this one. Well, Mike or Newf? Newf, I think.
Newf.
Mass Effect. Yeah, Mass Effect for Best Buy in Canada, because I checked here and we don't have it on sale for 40. So that's another awesome one. Thank you, Newf, for that.
Oh, although I think
Um,
with gold you can get it on Xbox Live digital for 40 as well.
No, I pointed that out. It was
Oh, I missed that.
39.
Yeah, 39.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I was wrong.
40
So
bucks.
it's even better. But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's digitally on Xbox and in Best Buy. Did you guys see anything else besides all the awesome deals that Newf sent me?
Nope.
All right. If you guys in the chat have any deals you want to send my way, send it to me on Twitter. I'll retweet it, and if we get close to next week's show, I'll give you a shout out and I'll point that out. But yeah, for everything that you heard here, just I'll be on there tonight posting everything all over again and extra stuff. But yeah, back to you guys.
Sweet.
Just remember, guys, while it's always fantastic to get a digital deal any time of the day, remember, when you buy a cheap and shitty game on disc, it makes a fantastic beer coaster if you don't like it or can't return it.
Oh my God, Newf. Come on. How you go from awesome to I'm mad at you now.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Hilariousness. Well, that's all we got for the show. I was kind of keeping it a little bit short today. SheWulf's kind of under the weather. She isn't feeling very good, so I don't want to keep her up here too long. You see her run away and throwing up or something.
Oh, man. Just put her business
Yeah,
out there. How
just
dare
tell
you?
everybody I'm not feeling well. I tried to put on a really good face for
You
today
did.
too.
You did a good
so-
job. You kept it through. I don't want to push it
did.
any further, though.
I know.
And she was
Top of the counter.
she was hanging in there for us last night.
That's why
Yeah.
Foxy deals kind of went a little bit longer. I had to get up for a minute.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. So we're going to go ahead and let everybody shout out what they got going on, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Sorry for the short show, guys. Like I said, she was a little sick, so I appreciate everybody joining us tonight. You guys rock. You guys are always awesome. We appreciate all the love in the chat and everything else. Thank you for all the donations as well. You all are freaking awesome for helping us out. Fox, what you got going on?
Oh, nothing much. Foxy Deals, obviously, I'm going to do that tonight and
Play
put
some
some
Hot
new
Wheels.
videos up. Oh, yeah, I got to do that. So I downloaded that.
Nice.
That's awesome. I can't wait to play that tonight and then again for, game time. So I'm looking forward to that.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, just follow me on YouTube's, on the Twitters, on Beam and Twitch. So, yeah, all the links are down below. Thank you, SheWulf, for doing that. And so yeah, I'll be back on here next week with these nerds hanging out. You guys already know. Thank you to everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. Yeah, that's
Sweet.
about it.
Sweet. What about you, Mike? I know you're moving, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, bro.
Mike, tell us your crazy shit. Tell us crazy shit you were going to point out.
Oh, yeah.
my
What'd you crazy
off-the-walls prediction. So I completely messed up. I had some off the walls predictions that I didn't add in with my show predictions like everybody else did. So real quick, I'm going to run these down. So for Nintendo, they shocked us this year by releasing a console that's also portable. My off the wall prediction for Nintendo is that next year they're going to shock us again by making a brand new DS that's only going to work as a home console. There you
Oh
go.
my god.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
for Microsoft, I have another crazy off-the-wall prediction, which this may be actually a little bit more realistic, but who knows? There's going to be a Steam app that's going to be native on the Scorpio. It's going to let you play your Steam library on your Xbox, but you're only going to be authorized to use it after purchasing the brand new X phone, which will bring you the ability to connect to all the Bluetooth Xbox One
What?
controllers. It's going to
What?
be more powerful than
Oh.
all the handhelds on the market, and it's going to use UWP to port all current and future Xbox games over to it. However, you're not going to be able to download a single app because it's going to connect to the Microsoft App Store.
Oh
And
my god.
for Sony, my off-the-wall prediction is they're going
My
to
head
skip
hurts.
the PS5 in general. They're going to go straight to the PS5 Pro. Oh, wait, I'm just kidding about that. Seriously, what they're going to do is release the PS4 VR sequel, which is going to be called the PSVR Matrix. It's a huge needle that you stick into the back of your skull, and you're going to have complete immersion in your games despite what the resolution is or your frames per second.
Nice.
Oh my god. Yes. Why didn't
Wow.
we do this before? That was awesome.
Yeah, Mike.
Those are all my crazy predictions that are never going to happen, but if they do, you heard it here first from Magic Mike.
Yeah. Yours are definitely way crazier than ours.
Yeah, for real.
That's why I thought it was a different segment, because I was like, there's no way we're going to talk about this with real predictions. But anyway,
That would've been awesome.
As far as what I got going on this week, it's moving week for Magic Mike, so I'm going to be without the internet from Friday until Monday. I'm going to be partying like it's 1999 up in here. And it's also my birthday on Thursday, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of celebrating. Looking forward to that. And other than that, I'm just going to be playing some of that Forza Horizon 3 Hot Wheels DLC, because I played a little bit of that before the show. It's freaking awesome. I can't wait to see more of it.
Nice. What about you, Newf? What you got going on, brother?
Well, first off, let me drop a crazy thing out there for the Microsoft show. And this is what's going to happen. Phil's going to come on stage, and as he promotes Scorpio, he will have a little kid join him on stage carrying a PS4 Pro. And the kid's going to put the Pro down on the stage. The kid will stand on top of it. And then Phil goes, "This is how we take your money this Christmas." The kid hands over a bill, and Scorpio, he hands him the Scorpio console.
I think Phil Spencer's going to come out dressed as Splinter Cell.
Oh my god.
Yep. He's going to have the goggles and the suit everywhere. That'd be awesome. I can only hope.
Anyway, guys, a great show. Again, it's always a pleasure to be here. Again, thanks for everybody watching in the chat. Thanks again for everybody who will tune in and watch the replay a little bit later.
Hell
I
yeah.
hope you enjoyed what you've heard. And as far as myself, well, like I said, I've got a backlog of games to get through. I'm probably going to dabble again with some more Resident Evil 7. Hopefully I can get past it. I'm getting there, but it's getting progressively difficult. Going to jump into some more Forza, play that amazing Hot Wheels DLC. Please, if you have that game, go pick it up. You won't regret it. It's fun and it's just amazing. And I got it, like I said, I got a pile of games. It's always great gaming. Look me up online, add me to your Xbox Live account or on PlayStation Network, and we will get the show on the road. That's how we do it.
Yeah. What about you, SheWulf? What you got going on?
I was hoping to stream this week, but unless I start feeling better, then I won't be streaming. But I am hoping that tomorrow I will be able to get on live stream to play some Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. I'm hoping to get that out. And
Don't do it. Sorry.
That's terrible.
Come on. Don't be so mean.
I
Maybe
played it.
I'll prove everybody wrong.
I played it. It's terrible.
We'll
Hopefully,
only be
as
there
long
for
as-
you. That's it.
Wow. Wow. We're gonna try, guys. Anyways, yeah, so as long as I get some sleep tonight, then yeah. Other than that, you can find me here on Gamers Knows Best, where we obviously do the console corner and poster videos and whatnot. Community game time will be Forza Horizon 3 with the Hot Wheels DLC, so make sure you guys join. It's 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Watch Twitter for that. You can add me on Twitter and Xbox at xSHEWULFx with a U, not an O. Yeah.
Cool. And I'm the
Oh,
governor.
girly. I hope you feel better. I feel bad. I'm gonna send her more presents now.
Is
I know,
it?
she's
Doing
like,
it.
I'm
she's
starting,
going
Ordering more
downhill.
presents on
starting
Amazon.
to feel it.
I know, I can
so-
see it. Like, she's starting to go downhill, so I'm like, oh, let's hurry up.
I was trying to like occupy myself by petting the dog, but now I'm full of hair and I feel like my allergies are gonna kill me now.
Oh no. Let's go. Let's
right.
go, GKB. Go.
I'm GKB, the governor. You can find me on Gamers Knows Best on YouTube and Twitter. We're going to be on Xbox Nation tomorrow. Shop Podcast probably on Saturday. So we all love you guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Later.
Later.